Well, it's another day at the shop, as you can tell. So, today is Thursday, and today's project is going to be this Brute. We got a Brute in the shop. This is the one I picked up yesterday in yesterday's haul. Quick little $20 machine. Just got done working on the starter. I got the unit to crank over now pretty freely. The starter was just hung up on one of the gear teeth, so I put a little bit of anti-seize in it. And cleaned her up, seems to be going pretty good. Engine does run, but I did notice it needs a couple of loose odds ends, which is going to basically, I'm just going to say fuck all and just make it into a short block. Needs fuel lines. There's a cut in one of the fuel lines. Exhaust, it's only being held on by that one top bolt. So I gotta just check that out, make sure the studs aren't snapped off inside the unit there. So I'm just gonna make it into a short block. I'm gonna pull the flywheel off. Probably pull the carburetor off. I'm going to pull that exhaust pipe off and just sell it as a short block. I think it's got a 3/4 shaft. I haven't quite looked. This is a 3/4 shaft, which is pretty common on the Craftsman. So we'll go ahead and make it into a short block. I ain't going to reassemble all this tin crap. Where the hell is it? It needs a recoil housing. Well, not a housing, but just a recoil. That's the gearbox cover, so I will just basically make this into a short block. You know, I have all the parts to do what I need to do to reassemble this engine, but it's just not worth the time and aggravation. So we'll go ahead, part this engine out basically, and start parting out the snowblower as well. It's got a 27-inch gearbox in it, which I haven't checked to see if the augers are free from the shaft. That one's free, and that one's free. So that's a good plus right there. We're only going to keep that one tire because it's only holding there. The other one's completely off the rim. Maybe the snowblower chute, haven't quite decided yet. Might keep it depending on how easy them bolts come out. So yeah, that's what we got working on today, and maybe do a little bit of cleanup around the shop. That'd be kind of nice. We got a little bit of free time today. Not a whole lot going to happen today, so maybe get some of these engines figured out here and figure that one out, get rid of that one. So yeah, that's what we got going on. I'll take her from there. Alright, so I don't know if you guys remember the day I was talking about like the snowblowers that I get in here. They have, most of the time, they have like a full tank of fuel and stuff like that. So every other week when I get a good amount of motors in, is what I do, is I drain all the oil out of them. Unfortunately, the oil takes longer than draining the gas out of them. So I do the gas situation first, and why I start doing one by one, I start letting the oil drain into that bucket over there. So I've gone ahead and done all of the 8 motors, actually, yeah, 8 motors that I've picked up within the last 2 weeks. And we had that one blown engine, which I showed you guys had almost a full tank of fuel in it. And I just got done doing that engine, that engine, that engine, that engine, that engine, that engine, and a small tank of fuel over there. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that one tank, which would be 8. And I just got done filling up this jerry can, basically. I'm not sure if you guys can see the line or not. I'm sure you guys can. You can kind of sort of see it's floating about right about there, coming across. It's kind of like a shadow. So what is that? Is basically 2.5 gallons. I don't know what that is in fucking Canadian terms, but unless it says on the side. Yeah, it doesn't say it. So yeah, 2.5 gallons is what I just siphoned out of all of these engines. So that's pretty damn good. So it's basically 1.25 gallons a week. You can't beat that. Free fuel, you know. Which is pretty funny because I actually have another one of these gallons. These are like a 2.5 gallon, I think. No, these are a 3 gallon, I think. Yeah, 3 gallon tank. And the fuck? Yeah, it is a 3 gallon tank. I also have another 3 gallon tank out in the tarp chamois, and it's just about full too. So that's, you know, great. That was from the previous week, and I've already topped off my snowblower too. So like, you just don't get any better. I got one more engine to do, which is that blue one, but I think I'll wait. I skipped on it the following week just because it's just so buried in there. I'll wait till it sells, and then I'll siphon it out. I got a little vacuum unit thing. I'll show you guys that. What the hell they do with it? I don't know what I did with it. Bought it at Home Depot just this year, and it works pretty good. I had to buy it because of the the fuel that was left over in my F-150, my old F-150 tank. Siphon all the fuel out of it. What the fuck I do with it? I don't know what I do with my friggin' siphon. I don't know. When I find it, I'll show. Oh, here it is. This is it right here. And it said on the box it was made for like MTD and stuff like that, Agway. So it's just a little, basically a little, and it works pretty good. I bought the ones at the Harbor Freight and they suck. This one here lasted pretty long. It's specifically only designed to do oil, and if you do the gas, you get to clean it. But I don't clean it. I haven't done anything to it. Just siphon gallons of fuel out of people's cars. Not fucking own a diesel. Can't do that. Can't put gasoline on a diesel truck. It just won't work. I don't know why. But yeah. So anyway, just doing my thing. Siphoning out some fuel, just recommending the fuel. Anyway, we'll get back to you in a little bit. Alright, well, I got most of the shop here kind of sort of cleaned up and organized a little better. I was able to, for the first time in a long time, I've actually had the time to drain all the oil out of all these engines. So I'm actually one step ahead. But yeah, I did a quick little engine count. We got just about 15 engines. Like, that's quite a bit, so I don't know. I think it needs to snow and people need to start blowing up their engines again. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, as you can see, I moved all the tires that were here too. I put those out in the bin outside there. So yeah, it's just these engines, I gotta put them somewhere. I just can't keep them in here because what it is or either that, I'm gonna figure out something in this area or create like another shelf or something to where I can put these engines. In the summertime or whatever, I usually keep them out in the shed. But man, I got that shed fucking just jam-packed with just junk. I should have cleaned it again in the fall and I didn't. So that was my fault. And the engines, what's happening is they're holding the cold air. In the shop, it's taking like forever to get this heat up to temperature. Like it's... The thing right here is saying it's 75. It's not 75 in here. It's probably like, I don't know, maybe like 63, if that. I don't know what happened to the thermometer, else I would show you guys, but it's still pretty cool in here. What's happening is, up here, it's nice, a little bit warm. When you get down on the floor, fucking it's freezing, because what it is, the engines are keeping the cold air in. It's just, you know, all these engines are, you know, they're cold. You're just throwing off cold air. So I gotta figure what I'm gonna do there. This is just getting ridiculous. You know, the engines are just keeping the shop cold, and I gotta, the other thing is I gotta expand my tarp thing here too. I just haven't had the chance to do it. I was gonna do it last winter and I didn't, and I was gonna do it in the fall and I didn't because I just haven't had the time really. But my plan is to continue with the tarp all the way around for the winter and then open it back up in the summer. So I don't know, I gotta just make some time next week to do a lot of this stuff, because that'd be nice. I really gotta figure out what is friggin' going on with this pile over here, you know, and go through that shelving and stuff. It's just 50 million things to do, I guess. I don't know. Luckily today I had enough time just to do what actually I want to get done. Is just figure out some things, you know. So yeah, hopefully next week we'll get this place a little bit organized, and take it from there. Next week I also got to pick up another 4 more snow blowers. He wants me to buy these, I think there's like 2 or 3 Ariens and like a Toro, or something like that. But the thing of it is, I'm pretty full with these Ariens gearboxes, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy them or not. I know one of the engines on them, it's pretty good, so like the usual price, it's gonna be 80 bucks for all 4. So I don't know, maybe I'll grab them. I just can't resist the $20 snowblowers these days. Like, I'll buy them all day long, you know. But yeah, so anyway, we'll probably get back to you. I don't know if we'll have a video up tomorrow. We might not. I'm not really sure what my plan is. I might do some snowmobiling this week, and I'm not really sure about that yet either. So we'll have to wait and see. If not, then I'm gonna do a couple of scrap runs, a little bit of pickups and stuff like that, and take it from there. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, we'll talk to you guys all later on in the week. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend if I don't see you, and see you then. Awesome. Got engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Forgot one. 15. There's one hidden in back there. Oh yeah.